John Doerr here again with Two Marine Dads. We're segueing from one portion of work to another, and it pops into my head that, maybe I should share with you guys on my take on how to get shit done. Just kind of go out and do it, all right? I mean, 50% of the battle showing up. I think the next 40% is just not caring what the next person thinks of how you accomplish the goal. And I think the last 10% is the intellect, is kind of judging how you accomplish the job and how you affect others and how they affect you. I'll give you guys a couple of examples of where I've done something where I got redirected, affirmatively redirected. And then I'll give you an example of where I did something and I got an attaboy. Again, just for taking the initiative and going out and getting it done. So as you go through life, you just kind of got to get stuff done. It's that simple. If a problem presents itself and you need to solve said problem, you've got to come up with a solution. Me personally, I was put in charge of a pug mill, and we were sorting out rock, some of which you can probably see in the background here. We were sorting the rock out of the sand and we're putting it back in the hole, which means we didn't have enough sand to put back in the hole. As such, we had to come up with the difference. So I had my men dig a hole right next to the big pile of rock, and my thought process was, we'll bulldoze the rock into the hole, no harm, no foul, and then we'll continue. That way the crew behind me, who is much, much larger than me and much more expensive than me and my crew, would not be adversely affected. We'd stay out in front of them. So the boss caught wind of that and was not very happy that I had dug what he described as a quarry. I described it as a small hole that you could fit a couple of homes in. So needless to say, he was happy with my decision-making paradigm, not wanting to stop anybody behind me, but he was unhappy with the fact that I accidentally dug the hole outside the boundaries of our project. I thought they were inside, they weren't, they were outside. So I made that mistake. He course corrected. Me as a professional, I didn't take it personally. I just did what I had to do, fixed the problem, found a different solution that made him happy and accomplished the mission. So that was an instance where, yeah, I didn't care. I just dug a hole. I didn't ask, I just did it. Got the job done. It's that simple. And that's an instance where the boss was not happy. But again, if you're a professional, you should be able to take that criticism and not be upset about it. I'll give you an example with the same boss. Fast forward 9 months later, set up a pug mill again, a different spot, different location. And this time we got heavy traffic whipping through there. I put up a sign, hey, we got human beings working here now, we need to slow down. And gave them about a day to figure it out, and they didn't. So I dug another hole right in the middle of the road this time, and made myself a little drainage swale type speed bump. So here comes the boss, asked me how it's going. I say, hey, it's going great. We had a problem with some speeders. We figured it out, and I put up a speed bump. And needless to say, he was elated. He was very happy. He was like, that is a perfect solution for this, safety first. Between my crew members, the delivery people, myself, we got to take the job safely. We got to take speed seriously, and we did that. And so this time I dug a hole right in the middle of the road, and the guy was content. In fact, I recommended it to others within the company. So anyway, here's an example of I didn't care. I just did it. I made some truck drivers pretty angry when they came through there at 40 miles an hour and hit my speed bump, and their ass into their truck came up off the deck. You could see daylight under their tires. But it was effective. So anyway, my two examples on how to get shit done and just not caring about what the next person thinks. Again, 50% of the battle I think is showing up, ready to go. 40% is not caring, because you can really come to a grind when you're like, well, what if crickets had machine guns, birds wouldn't fuck with them, would they? So we're not gonna what if shit. And then again, the last 10% is intellect. How do you accomplish the mission? Who's behind you? Who's in front of you? How do you affect those around you? How can you be the most efficient? How can you be the most safely, do your job the safest, most efficient, and I guess I would say safely, figure out the quality, and then efficiency will follow. And do it in that algorithm again: safe, quality, and then efficient. So those are the three things to kind of consider in your head when you're putting shit together. But again, not caring, I think, is a huge portion of the battle. So anyway, that's my take on it. Hope you guys enjoy. As always, Semper Fi.